Hello everybody, my name is Margot. Welcome to an entirely different background from usual. I needed to get out of the house, so I am working on homework at my partner's house today. And so today, for my assignment, a multicultural picture book with at least one puppet, I decided to choose How Mamas Love Their Babies. And this is by Juniper Fitzgerald and illustrated by Elise Peterson. It's by Feminist Press. I love basically everything they've ever done. I just think this book is fantastic. And for my puppet, I have a mama and her babies. It's a little Folkmanis woodpecker puppet. They've got all these little babies that you can fit your hand in, and then the mama bird, who can unattach, and you can like use her separately and have her fly around. It's also got this little sound thing in the back. There's like Velcro for it, and it'll make a little woodpecker sound, so you can incorporate it and be like, today is a story time about families. Here is a family of birds. Now we're going to talk about different kinds of families. So that was how I would utilize that, is little mama woodpecker and her babies. I don't know, I just think anything puppet-wise Folkmanis does is just so cute, so amazing. So, again, this is How Mamas Love Their Babies, and it's about different different moms from different backgrounds, and how they take care of their kiddos. Babies love mamas, and mamas love babies. How do mamas love their babies? If I accidentally say llamas, I apologize. That's just, my brain is going to be braining. Mamas use their bodies to care for their babies in so many different ways. Mamas care for their babies even before their babies are born. Some mamas care for their babies inside their own bodies. Mamas also do a lot of things to care for their babies once their babies are born. Here's a picture of, sorry about the glare, moms that are protesting with their babies and trying to make the world a better place. Some mamas stay home with their babies all day long. It's hard work. Has a couple different stay-at-home moms and their lovely babies. Some mamas do other kinds of work to care for their babies. They use their bodies in different ways. Some mamas use their arms to clean other people's houses. Their work helps their babies grow. Some mamas use their heads to make big ideas. Their work helps their babies thrive. Some mamas use their hands to till the green land. Their work helps their babies bloom. Some mamas use their eyes to fly planes high above the earth. Their work helps their babies dream big. Some mamas do work that needs special clothing. Some people call these special clothes uniforms. Some uniforms are big and baggy. Others are small and tight, like a scuba diver. Some uniforms even have special shoes. Some mamas dance all night long in special shoes. It's hard work. Mamas who dance, just like mamas who clean and think and farm and fly, use their whole bodies to care for their babies. Mamas who dance, just like other mamas, have bodies that love their babies. Mamas have arms for hugging, and heads for telling bedtime stories, and hands for making good things to eat, and eyelashes for butterfly kisses. Mamas who stay home, and mamas who dance, and mamas who clean, and mamas who farm and fly are often tired at the end of the day. Mamas work hard to care for their babies. What are the special ways that your mama cares for you? And it just has some gorgeous sort of collage style pictures of different moms and their babies. The end. No, this is just one of my favorite mom related picture books. I just think it's so sweet and so inclusive, and it is the only picture book I have ever read in my entire life that is inclusive of parents who do sex work and doesn't demonize that. And it's like, that's a good way for parents to take care of their kids. So you never know, like, what kind of patrons you have. I don't know, just based off of how the illustrations might read to a big crowd. If this would be a good storytime book, this might, if you had a smaller group of people, but it's good to be inclusive to all your patrons, no matter what those parents do for a living. And so I think this is a super gorgeous, just lovingly made book. I love this book so much. Like, anything this publisher's done is just phenomenal. I love it. Sorry for the bad angle. I have a couple other picture books that I adore that I didn't end up choosing to read, either because they are a little bit long or because they don't have a ton of words, but I think they're just as lovely and they fit the theme. This one is called Drawn Together, and I won't do like a full reading of either of these. This is just a sort of like, not honorable mentions, but books that are just as good that I just chose not to read today. This is a gorgeously illustrated, kind of comic book style picture book about a little boy and his grandfather, and how they're trying to relate to each other, but they don't speak the same language. And so he has a hard time relating to his grandpa and trying to figure out how to communicate and how to spend their time together. But then the little boy decides he's going to draw a picture. And the grandpa gets all excited because he also does art. And he goes and grabs his sketchbook, and they do art together. And I love this like line here, that we see each other for the first time. And it's about how they like share their different art style together and how they learn to communicate just by drawing things together. And the illustrations are gorgeous and the story is amazing, and it's about being like, sometimes we have differences and it's hard to overcome them, and it's sometimes tricky to relate, but it's okay to sort of tackle those issues head on in different ways. And like all the different kinds of illustrations are it's just so good. So yeah, this is Drawn Together. My last this is my other mention for today, is The Day You Begin by the amazing Jacqueline Woodson. And it is illustrated by Rafael Lopez. And it's a book about being a kid in a new environment where you don't feel like you fit in, or when the people around you aren't like you and you're having a hard time with it. So it's just a super gorgeous book. It's, whether you look different or you're from a different place or you speak a different language, it talks about how it's difficult to be a kid, especially going to school in these circumstances, and sharing what you love about yourself with other people, and finding people who are also different and becoming friends with those people. And it's just lovely and beautiful. And yeah, so that is, if I were to use how mamas love their babies in a story time, I'd probably do a mom or parent or family themed one. and I would throw something in with my little woodpecker babies, which are still just the cutest. I love them. I love Folk Manus. I love all those books. It's just, where's the little, so I will see everybody, I guess not next time, because class is almost, maybe next time. I'll have to look and see what we're doing next week, but I look forward to seeing what everybody else talks about.